Wait, is that the metaphorical or physical high ground? I don't know. Greetings, you absolute peasants. 'Tis I, Lord Michelangelo Donatello Leonardo Splinter Shredder Billingshurst the Ninth. No Raphael, eh? No. He's done enough. And today we are going to consider a truly great failure of 2024. Yes, it really did happen this year, and possibly one of the greatest failures in the entertainment industry ever. Star Wars. Specifically, Star Wars: The Acolyte. I couldn't go into 2025 without doing a video about it. Yes, it may be a little belated, but in my opinion it's never too late to start hating. Star Wars: The Acolyte, a Leslie Headland origin story. So let's kick this off. If The Acolyte has made good and certain to kill off one franchise, it may as well kickstart another. Like mushrooms from a pile of excrement, so have I and 100 more channels like me sprung forth. So yes, The Acolyte. The lesbian wet dream of former personal assistant to Harvey Grapestein. Leslie, I saw everything. I saw each and every one of them. Headland. And I don't know about you, but if the agenda-driven feminista identity politic brain fart of a mass therapist secretary cum aide-de-camp can't get you excited, then I just don't know what will. And yes, I said it. Therapist. Therapist. Is that one word or two? I'll let you decide. On that note, The Acolyte is an exceptional piece of televisual theatre, all the more so for deconstructing the lore and world building of what has been one of the most lucrative entertainment franchises of all time. Geniuses. This show could only be worse if it was written in French. L'acolyte. Bouf. And now I have to watch this merd so that you don't have to. Let me load up the first episode, strap myself down, and spread out my cheeks in preparation for the iron-fisted violation that's about to penetrate my innards. No safe word given. Let not my sacrifice be in vain, and let not Uranus be destroyed like mine.
I sense this is only a small part
She's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader.
Some sort of shift.
Yes,
to tip the
yes.
scales.
Like patriarchal.
It's powerful to face the past.
The power of Yes, yes,
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force.
yes, yes.
If you want to pull the thread, change everything.
I quite liked it actually. You see, it gets a bad rep because everyone hates on it, but actually the subtle juxtaposition between Oz and Sophie— Oh, hold on. I was watching The Penguin instead. No, of course I didn't bloody well like it. What is this mad? George Lucas had made Star Wars a minor masterpiece. He started off with a major masterpiece with the original trilogy, of course, but then he destroyed his legacy 25 years down the road with the prequels.
I don't like sand.
Now even that stuff's looking like Dostoevsky compared to what this excremental slop is. Why have we become woke wars? Why are Kathleen, I only got the coffee for Steve and that's about all I ever did, Kennedy, and Leslie, I was only following the orders, Headland, so determined to feminize Star Wars? A brand that clearly appeals to the male side of the audience. Now don't get me wrong, women can absolutely love Star Wars too, and I'm all for that.
I don't like sand.
Well, maybe not that, but you've got to know your target audience here, and space battles and laser sword fights are gonna be more classically angled at your average man. Ladies more like things such as— oh, I don't know, flowers and—
I don't like sand.
No, not that! This would be the equivalent of Michael Bay taking over Netflix and saying Bridgerton needs more shootouts and random buildings exploding.
I must take a husband. Does my lady have a suitor in mind?
Is that our brother?
Colin?
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that one. Anyhow, my point is, if your target audience is primarily male, perhaps appealing more to that demographic isn't a bad business ploy. You know, for making money. That stuff I have in abundance. No, not going to work for you, Disney. Well then keep losing your dollars. The Acolyte starts off as a murder mystery with a suspect, Osha, or May. I can't really be bothered distinguishing which is which. If Amanda Stenberg isn't interested in differentiating them with any acting, then why the hell should I care? So, Osha or May, whichever one it is, murders Jedi Master Carrie-Ann Trinity. The murder mystery is then immediately resolved as we discover the murderer has an identical twin, who is working on the other side of the bloody galaxy, but yet is tracked down and arrested for her sister's crime by an elite Jedi task force. There is so much wrong with this, I'm not even going to get into it. So here, let me give you a visual representation. As everyone knows, the classic way to start a murder mystery is to reveal who did it right at the start, and to show how the confusion of an innocent twin accused of all their crimes would lead to their wrongful accusation. You never ever want suspense in a thing like this. Alright, now that Osha May, named after a Canadian soap brand for some reason, is on a prison ship, some stuff happens, she escapes, some people die, some more stuff happens, they ride out on the back of a giant louse, they reach ascendance, they touch the hand of God, they realise that all of creation is their own, making it they themselves are the gods, and... Oh, fine. I felt that if the show was making up such sewerage, then I could make up what happens in it too. Incidentally, I think I just gave you the plot to Star Trek Discovery. Boom! Okay, so the show plods on for 5 more painful episodes. I think I fell asleep in a couple of them, but what does it matter? There's a fat Jedi hot pie from Game of Thrones, there's Master Torben, who played Tommen in Game of Thrones. Tommen, I mean, come on. And then later on there's... who the hell really cares at this point? This stuff is like The Ring. You watch it and there's a good chance you'll die after 7 days. The show is terrible. In no small part, helped by Leslie, I knew exactly what was happening to them, Headland, trying to make everything some sort of feminist intersectional cosplay. And then Amandla. Was her name Amandla? No, I think it was Amanda. Her name was Amandla. It was Amanda. There's no such name as Amandla. Stenberg releasing the racist diss video, decrying racism while simultaneously calling out that she's trying to make white people cry. It's just kerosene on a fireworks stack. That said, I completely get where she comes from trying to make people cry. I try and do that every day to the French. All I can say is, congratulations, Leslie. I'm the moral equivalent of a getaway driver for O.J. Simpson, Headland. You finally made something worse than the Star Wars Christmas special. And that, I think, says it all. Ta-ta!